Okay, so I've had this download, this message that I've been sitting on for probably over a week now. And it was, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And I sort of just sat on it, but it's sort of built up in feeling with me lately, to the point where like I was getting a sense of anxiety, a heaviness in the chest. And then last night I had a vision of someone at a piano creating music. And so it was masculine. So there's this sense of the masculine energy, a masculine counterpart to you, who is saying sorry, but it's like they don't know how. It's weighing on them very heavily, and they may be using music or creativity as an outlet for that. Sometimes people find it really difficult to apologize, and there's no apologies aren't weaknesses. It's actually really, it's a strength. It's very powerful and empowering to be able to apologize and take accountability for things, and even for things that maybe we don't even think we were completely in the wrong, but just accountability and apologizing for the fact that we know that what has been done has caused sort of damage and hurt. So I wanted to get a reading, and I got a message card, and the first one that came out was indecisive. So I know my inability to make a decision hurts you. So I feel like the person connected to you wasn't clear, wasn't clear with what they were doing, wasn't clear about what they wanted with you. And I think that their lack of clarity was something sort of inside of them. You know, and that sense of heaviness in the chest is sort of the recognition that they were just confused. They just didn't know what to do, and they're sorry. They're really sorry. So maybe you and your person, maybe the person that, the masculine that you're connected with, is a musician, or music is important to your connection. Let's see what else. Soul contract. The lessons I learnt from us will never be forgotten. Okay. And chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. So you're someone that they know they really learnt something from. And I think this feeling of I'm sorry is the realization that the connection that you had was a soul contract. It was really important, and things it was important for learning and growing. Chaser, I don't want to chase anymore. I feel like they were chasing an ideal. Like they had an idea in their head that was their ideal path, their ideal way forward, and they were really fixed on it and focused on it to the point where they were indecisive about other things, and they became indecisive about you, because whatever this path was, maybe it was uncertain how you were going to fit into this path. what I'm sensing, like this really tunneled vision of something that they wanted. And it caused a lot of friction and pain in the connection. One more. And shadow side, you made me realize my flaws, which fits with the soul contract as well. Like these types of relationships and connections, they help us see our shadow sides, see the things that we need to work on. So I think they feel sorry for how, in order to see their shadow side and the things that they need to heal, unfortunately meant that you kind of got pushed aside a bit. I think they were very resistant to the mirror that you were holding up. And resistant to having to acknowledge flaws, insecurities, whatever it was that they needed to face or work on. All right, so let's get tarot and see where's your person at the moment energetically. I want it to come out. Where's your person at energetically? Okay, the Sun and the Two of Wands. So I think they're really reminiscing about happier times and wanting to reconnect to happier times. Trying to make plans and about how to move towards that. So I feel like there must have been a period of your connection which was really quite beautiful and lovely and brought both of you a lot of joy. And I think they're really, really reflecting on that. I'm feeling a bit sad about the loss of it, but wanting it back. All right. What else? Energetic. Okay, so the Lovers. So they know that they need to make a choice. And this ties with the indecisive. They need to make a choice, but there's no denying the connection, the bond between you. You know, you've got the Lovers here and soul contract. So there's definitely a deep soul bond here. But it's about making that choice. And there's Two of Wands, you know, planning, looking towards making a choice. And the Four of Wands. I really think the person connected to you, this masculine energy, is trying. With this Four of Wands, they may have already made the choice that they do want you. They want to come back in towards you. They know what you had was beautiful. They know the connection. It's just a matter of, and they know what they want from it. Like the Four of Wands, they know the celebration of your unity, the togetherness, the marriage, you know, the union. But they're still not 100% clear as to how they're going to do it. Which is what I felt with the heaviness. Okay, let's see what a... So that's where they're at energetically. Let's see, what are their coming intentions? Their intentions towards you in this connection. Intentions towards you in this connection. So more reciprocity, more give and take, more generous, being more generous, and a lot more balance. Page of Cups. So it's like there's a love offer, but it's gentle and it's small steps. So I don't think that I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I was hearing. I don't think that's what's going to come out, at least initially. I think it's going to be, I think they're thinking about, they're planning how to come in with this reconnection with affection. Like, I think they probably know it needs to be affectionate and not cold. I think if they come in cold and a bit detached still, then they're just playing back into this indecisiveness and their shadow side, because that's potentially one of their flaws, their sort of avoidance and detachment. So they know it's going to need to be affectionate, but I don't think they're thinking grand gestures of love. What other intentions? Coming intentions towards you. Okay. So the Page of Cups and the King of Cups. Alright, so I feel like this Page of Cups could lead to more King of Cups energy. I think that's what they're sort of going over. If they come in sort of softly, testing the waters, a bit affectionate, and if it's received well, then there can be more of an expression of the true depth of feeling and connection and what it is that they want. However, I do think that it's in their mind that they may be rejected by you. I think they know, and again, this ties in with the message, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I think there's a realization of how much damage and how much hurt them must have been and has been caused, that I think they understand that it's not guaranteed. Even if they come back with affection and they make some form of declaration, even if they come in with an apology, I think they're still worried that there could still be a rejection. And that is going to, I think that there's a feeling that would destroy them. Not literally, but I think it would break their heart. They saw you and your connection as the sun. They want the Four of Wands. They know it's a soul contract. They know that your connection is a divine, the lovers. So through their indecisiveness and then the subsequent separation, there's a sense that they've really realized what it is that they had, what it is they want, and what it is that they've lost. And they do want to come back in and find that reconnection and that balance with you, that give and take, that generosity to you and your spirit and your connection, and grow that. But if they're rejected, it's going to cause another tower moment for them. It's like they've already had a bit of a tower moment, most likely in this original separation. But I think they'll have another tower moment if they were to realize that they've finally made their decision. They finally know what they want, and it's you and the connection. But if you no longer want it and you've moved on, it all sort of falls apart again, and they don't know where they're going to be left. Let's have... It's sad because this person really... there's a lot of love there, and they do want something lasting and serious with you. But there's clearly been a lot. That's happened to make them so worried that they would be rejected. Let's have a look at how you are feeling about them. How are you feeling about them? Let's move this up a bit. I can feel that anxiety, that heaviness in the chest that I was feeling is here. That Five of Pentacles and the Tower. That was definitely the heaviness, the anxiety that I was feeling. This person would be quite anxious, thinking about this, and even with this Two of Wands, with this planning. And I don't always feel it with this, but I'm getting an energy from this Two of Wands of a nervousness, of a worry about how am I going to do this? How is this going to unfold? Okay, how are you feeling about them? How are you feeling about them? How are you feeling about them? Okay, Queen of Swords. So you've clearly had to put up boundaries, and that's probably what's led to this first separation. So through their shadows and their things that they needed to work on, and through their indecisiveness and their inability to make a decision, you've had to put up your boundaries. And I think you do know what it is you want, and I don't think you're going to be afraid to express it. We've also got the Five of Swords. So you feel that this person and the connection has been a little maybe a little bit unfair and one-sided, and also like it's been a little bit of, it's been up and down, it's hot and cold, it's not full-on battles, but it's been tested. So the way you're feeling about them and that in the connection, it's, you know, it's been tested. And it's like you've given up on the way that it was. Okay, how else? So at the moment, I feel like you are clear in that the way things were before and the way this person was before is not something that you would want to go back to. That doesn't mean that would be the same case if it was if this person had changed. All right, how's he feeling? Wow, okay, Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands. So you're very clear in your boundaries and your communication with them. However, I do think depending on how they come back in and what they have to say, there's still a willingness. You still have a willingness to build and grow something slowly, and you know, put in a bit of work and try to see how it grows, to see how, you know, what can actually come from it. I think you do have hope that it would be something strong and fair and equal and sort of magnetic. I still feel like there is still a desire in you for this person. It's not like you don't like this person. But you now need to feel like a queen. Because of all that indecision before, I think you know what you need from them, and you know what you deserve. And you are the Queen of Wands, and you deserve you deserve it. And you know that. So no more of this indecision, but you're willing to see how it goes. All right, overall outcome, potential overall outcome. Ace of Cups. So overflowing emotion, love, new beginnings, fertility. So they're definitely, if this counterpart comes in the right way, and there's apologies and honesty and affection, boundaries are adhered to, then yes, there's beautiful, and the Chariot, so a positive movement forward, and it's divinely protected. So yes, if this person comes in again in this healed way, having made their choice and knowing what they want, and you are able to receive it and still be able to hold your boundaries, absolutely, there is a beautiful, beautiful reconnection and movement forward. So that's really good. I think that relieves some of that heaviness, that heaviness and nervousness in the chest. Okay.